Hi everyone, Sherry here. I'm finally back from a month of bronchitis, sinus infection, ear infection, what have you. Anyway, so I'm using Nook Sweater Weather stamp set and die set, and I'm going to be making a card for the Newton's Nook Inky Paws Challenge number 38. So I'm going to be stamping all of my critters on some Bristol Smooth White cardstock with a little VersaFine on its black ink. And can you believe I did not, absolutely did not, use the kitty stamp in this set. I did go outside of my box and use the other characters. So we will see how this goes. All right, so I didn't bore you so much with all the coloring. I'm going to hurry through uh, the rabbit here. I've already colored the fox and the bear. And so I'm just putting down my colors, a layer of my lightest color, and then I'm putting my darkest color and my mid-tone color over that, and going back again with the lighter color. And then I like to take the Prismacolor blender pencil to blend the colors out like I'm doing here. If you try the blender pencil as opposed to the Gamsol or mineral spirits, odorless mineral spirits, I think you will like the result a whole lot better. I know that I have. So get that blended out. And I did have to speed this up quite a bit, so it looks pretty funky on the screen. All right, now we are going to cut out our little critters with the matching dies. So I'm going to run it through my Big Shot. And as soon as I get that done, I'm going to be using some Tim Holtz watercolor paper and some Peacock Feathers Distress ink to create a background. So here you can see I do have a little piece of paper here that I've just freehand cut, sort of like a snowy ground. And yeah, my camera is wigging out. It does in every video. I'm so sorry. One day I'll get it fixed. Anyway, so, excuse me, I am adding the distress ink to the top portion of the card. And I'm really not worrying whether I get it blended real well or not, because I am going to come back in with the distress sprayer and spritz it and then remove some of the color, just to kind of give the illusion, if you will, of maybe snow or sleet. So I'm going to lift up that color, and then I'm going to spritz one more time and lift it up again. And then I'm going to see where I want to put all of my little critters. So I have them where I want them. And I actually went in with a really light, I think it was the C1 Copic marker, and created a shadow underneath where all of the critters are going to be placed. And then I'm going to take my sentiment. We go together like winter and sweaters. And I'm going to stamp that at the bottom portion of my background. Sorry, I was off cleaning my stamps. And so now I'm going to put my fox, bear, and my rabbit onto the cardstock. I mean the watercolor paper, sorry. And I'm going to put the two outer images. I'm going to adhere that with my Tombow. And if you can see there on the back of the bear, I had made a card previously and I did not like it. So instead of stamping and coloring all of the images for the second time, I just decided I was going to be determined to pull those off that card and salvage them and use them for this card. So now I'm going to pop up the rabbit with some Scotch foam tape. And then I have a card base that you can see up in frame there that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And on the inside, I'm going to stamp the sentiment, sending warm thoughts. And I've also included the little heart stamp that is also in sweater weather. And I'm going to color them really quickly with a couple of my red Prismacolors. So once again, I used the lighter color just to put down base, if you will. And then I came back in with the darker color just to give a little bit of shadow. And then back again with the lighter color, this time giving a little bit more pressure. And then I will use the blender pencil to blend those all together. And once that's finished, I will take the panel and I adhere it to the front of the card with some Tombow. And now I wanted to use some of the crystal, the Nouveau crystal drops, and this is the one that is clear. And I am adding some of that to the background, just a scattering all around, and wanted to create basically the illusion of maybe some sleet. And I'm going to put that all in the sky, a few down on the ground, and of course I want to put some on the critters so they too are feeling the weather. Alright, a few more drops here and there, and I think this card is going to be considered done. And while I was playing, I decided to make another card, and that card I used my Copic markers to color the critters. I also used some stamping and masking, and I cut out that panel a bit smaller and placed it on some pattern paper. So, with that said, I appreciate you stopping by. Please thumbs up and subscribe, and all the supplies are listed below. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bye.